Hello, students of class 11th and 12th ISC. Welcome to my English class. This is your teacher Adarsh Willi, and today I have decided to take a poem, The Darkling Thrush by Thomas Hardy. So, the poem Darkling Thrush by Thomas Hardy. First of all, the title of the poem Darkling Thrush. Now, darkling is actually means hidden in dark, and thrush means a small bird which has got black and brown spots on its body. Now, see the about the poem. The poet depicts a gloomy winter scene in nature. Looking at this scene, he himself feels gloomy. Nothing around him promises joy or peace. Suddenly, the happy song of an old thrush startles the poet, and he wonders what has made the bird happy. He feels that the bird might have some happy expectations. The poem Darkling Thrush was published on 29 December 1900. It is clear that the poem was influenced by melancholy, despair, and uncertainty that marked the Victorian age. Like many of his age, the poet was not certain what the new century would bring from the for the mankind. In the poem, the poet imagines that 19th century was has just died and that its dead body will be buried in the canopy formed by the clouds above. The sound of the wind seems to lament its death. The whole wintry scene depicted by the poet is desolate and dreary. The poet looks at the scene and feels gloomy. Suddenly, a thrush, joyful song, the heaviness and the desolation all around was broken by this song. Nothing around the uh, poet shows any sign of joy and peace. The poet wonders what has made the thrush happy. He feels that the bird is perhaps aware of some blessing to come, of which he himself was unknown. The poet seems to end this poem with a sad note. The contrast between the opposite feeling of sadness and happiness is beautifully worked out through the striking images. Now let's see the theme of the poem. Now this poem contains multiple themes. The first theme of the poem can be no end to life. Now as we have seen in the poem that the poet has written at the end of the 19th century through imagery and diction, he builds up an atmosphere of gloom and desolation. In the winter landscape, nothing seems to be of hope and promise. The coldness and the darkness of the winter has made everyone sad. The voice, but during this time, what we see that there was a thrush that comes out in this gloomy atmosphere and it sings its song. The voice of this weak aged dying thrush is naturally a pleasant surprise. It is a reminder of the fact that death is not the end. So, this could be the first theme, that no end to life. Then, the second theme of the poem can be man versus nature. Another theme of the poem may be man versus nature. The nature imagery with frost, winter, landscape without any sun, the sky is dark, is predominant. There is the song of the little bird, and there is no sign of the humans. So we can say that this is the poem is about the man and nature. Then the another theme of the poem can be preservations. The darkling thrush is about a little bird who takes on a big world. There is no hope for it for anyone else outside. It is cold and awful. Everything looks gloomy in the setting sun. The human beings, except the solitary speaker, are shut in their home. It clearly reveals a small bird's heroic attempt not to be overbeaten by the gloominess and prevalent which was prevalent everywhere. Okay, now let's start with the first stanza of the poem, that is, I lean upon to household fire. I lean upon a coppice gate. when frost was sparsely grey and winter dredges made desolate the weakening eyes of the day. The tangled blind streams coat the sky like the strings of the broken lyres, and all the mankind haunted night has sought their household fire. Now, this is the first stanza of the poem, and here in the first line, the word lent is given. The word lent means stood supporting against something. So, the poet stands with the support of something. Then the next word in this line is coppice gate. Coppice gate means a wooden gate. Then another word is scepter grey. Scepter grey means grey and dull like ghost. Then winter dredges means last portion or the part of the winter. Then the word desolate. Desolate means cheerless. Word tangled. The word tangled means interwoven or involved. Bine streams. Streams of a climbing plant. It means bine stream means stream of the climbing plant. Soared the sky means lined the sky. Lyre means a kind of string musical instrument. Haunted means visited. Nigh means near. Thou sought their household fire means had returned to their houses to warm themselves by the fireside. And the first stanza says, the poet is saying, I stood leaning against the wooden gate and watched the scene outside. The frost appeared like a ghost. The last part of the winter had turned the scene gloomy and desolate. The light of the sun was fading fast. The tangled streams of the climbing plants lined the sky. They looked like the useless broken lyres. Due to the coldness and darkness, all human beings except I had returned to their home to sit by the fireside to warm themselves. Now, here the poet is presenting a very gloomy scene when he looks outside the window of his house and he feels that the atmosphere is very gloomy because there is no one outside and it is very cold. So, he feels very sad and very much depressed. So, this is the first stanza of the poem. For the next other part of the poem, I will be telling you soon.